Get ready, 2026 Dolby Atmos Soundbars just went next level. These top 7 picks deliver bone-shaking bass, crystal-clear highs, and immersive 3D sound that pulls you into the movie moment. Whether you're gaming, streaming, or watching blockbusters, these soundbars will upgrade your living room into a home theater. Let's dive into the top 7 Dolby Atmos soundbars of 2026 you don't want to miss. Don't forget to check out the product links in the description below each video for easy access to purchase your favorite tech products. Number 7. Sonos Beam Generation 2. The Sonos Beam Gen 2 impresses with how much sound and usefulness it packs into a compact, stylish soundbar. It delivers clear, well-defined dialogue thanks to a dedicated center channel that keeps voices grounded even during busy action scenes, a major upgrade over most TV speakers. Its overall sound signature is balanced, mids and trebles stay articulate with good detail, and the bass, while not earth-shattering, is punchy enough to give movies, music, and shows a satisfying weight and presence. Because it supports Dolby Atmos and HDMI Arc, the Beam Gen 2 gives a noticeably more immersive soundstage than typical stereo bars. Its small footprint makes it ideal for apartments or smaller living rooms, and Sonos's app ecosystem plus Wi-Fi/AirPlay 2 streaming make it a flexible, future-ready hub for music, streaming and TV audio. In short, for many households the Beam Gen 2 is a complete enough upgrade that boosts sound dramatically while keeping setup simple. That said, it's not a full home theater replacement, and it shines mostly for small to medium setups. Because it lacks dedicated upfiring drivers, the Dolby Atmos height effects and sense of enveloping 3D sound feel more like well-done illusions than as realistic as in systems with physical ceiling or rear speakers. Bass, while good for the size, still lacks deep sub-bass extension, so explosions or very low-end music don't hit with the same impact you'd feel from a separate subwoofer or larger system. And as a single-unit bar, the sound volume and sound field width are limited. In very large rooms or for serious surround ambitions, you'd likely want to complement it with a subwoofer or rear satellites. Number 6. Sony HTS2000. The Sony HTS2000 impresses by packing a lot of audio performance into a slim, easy-to-install 3.1-channel package. Despite its modest size and price, it supports Dolby Atmos and DTS-X, and uses Sony's vertical surround engine and S-Force Pro front surround virtual sound processing to deliver a sense of height and multidimensional audio, even without upward-firing speakers or external surround modules. Its built-in dual subwoofers add surprisingly punchy bass, giving explosions, music, or dramatic soundscapes real weight, while the dedicated center speaker keeps dialogue crisp and grounded. In everyday use, whether for movies, series, or music, the HTS2000 delivers a balanced sound profile with decent lows, clean mids, and clear highs, making it a strong, bang-for-buck upgrade over standard TV speakers. For small to medium living rooms, it significantly elevates immersion and dynamic range without needing complicated wiring or extra components. That said, the HTS2000 has clear trade-offs and won't satisfy everyone looking for full home theater realism. Because it lacks dedicated rear or upward-firing speakers, immersive formats like Dolby Atmos and DTS-X are downmixed into stereo, which means sound effects and surround cues never truly move behind you. The height and span feel is more a virtual trick than real physical surround sound. Bass, while solid for a bar, doesn't hit the deep sub-bass levels you'd get from a large external subwoofer, so very bass-heavy music or bottom-end heavy movie scenes may feel a bit restrained. Connectivity and streaming features are limited. There's no built-in Wi-Fi, no AirPlay support, and only Bluetooth for wireless playback. Number 5. Polk Audio Signa S4. The Polk Audio Signa S4 delivers a remarkably strong upgrade over built-in TV speakers, offering a 3.1.2-channel setup, soundbar plus wireless subwoofer plus upfiring height drivers, that brings Dolby Atmos content to life with more presence and spatial depth than typical stereo or 2.1 soundbars. Its design is compact and modern, fitting neatly under most TVs without dominating the space, and installation is refreshingly simple: a single HDMI Arc, or optical, connection, plug in the subwoofer, and you're done. In practice, dialogue clarity stands out thanks to a dedicated center channel and Polk's voice adjust feature, while the subwoofer adds satisfying bass punch that gives movies, games, and music extra weight and energy. For mid-sized living rooms or casual home theaters, the Signa S4 often feels like a full upgrade without the complexity of installing separate rear or ceiling speakers. That said, the Signa S4 also has limitations inherent to its class. Because it lacks discrete rear speakers, surround sound is less fully realized, rear channel effects are simulated rather than physically localized behind you, so immersive surround and directional cues don't feel as pronounced as in full 5.1 or 7.1 setups. The upfiring drivers do a decent job adding height cues, but they don't reproduce the same overhead sound from ceiling realism as dedicated upward firing or ceiling speakers do. On the bass side, while the subwoofer delivers impressive low end for its size, it won't match the deep, room-shaking rumble of a large external sub or dual subsystem, so epic explosions or sub-heavy music tracks may sound less impactful in big rooms. Number 4 LG S95TR. The LG S95TR stands out as a flagship-class all-in-one home theater solution that combines power, flexibility, and convenience in a single package. With a 9.1.5 channel configuration, including a main soundbar, wireless subwoofer, and wireless rear speakers, it delivers immersive surround and height effects supported by Dolby Atmos and DTS-X. Its sound output, rated at 810W, provides ample headroom, allowing movies and games to feel cinematic with deep bass, wide spatial imaging, and clear dialogue anchored by a dedicated center upfiring driver. What's particularly compelling is LG's AI Room Calibration Pro, which analyzes your room layout and speaker placement to tune delay and levels automatically. This helps ensure balanced sound even in uneven or irregular rooms. Additional features, like HDMI 2.1 pass-through for 4K per 120Hz content, Wi-Fi/Bluetooth streaming, and compatibility with AirPlay 2 and Chromecast, make it a versatile centerpiece whether you're watching films, streaming music, or gaming on next-gen consoles. That said, despite its impressive spec sheet and overall performance, the S95TR isn't a perfect substitute for a fully discrete home theater setup. While its height and surround effects are very credible for a bar-based system, they still fall short of what you'd get from separate ceiling-mounted Atmos speakers or a full 7.1.4 discrete system. In very large rooms or with uneven seating, overhead effects can feel less convincing. Users have also noted that the subwoofer's mid-bass can sometimes be slightly boomy, and proper calibration, including careful sub placement, is crucial to avoid bass imbalance. Additionally, while its wireless rear speakers are convenient, their timbre and volume don't always match the bar itself, meaning seamless sound across channels can require manual adjustment. Number 3 Klipsch Flexus Core 300. The Klipsch Flexus Core 300 is a genuinely ambitious all-in-one soundbar that pushes the limits of what a single chassis can deliver. It supports Dolby Atmos and DTS-X, includes multiple upfiring, side-firing, front-firing drivers plus 4 built-in subwoofers, giving it unusually strong bass, wide soundstage, and surprisingly rich spatial detail for a bar. One of its standout features is built-in room correction via Dirac Live, which, when properly configured, can noticeably sharpen mids, tighten bass, and improve imaging so movies, music, and games all sound more natural and immersive. Dialogue stays clean thanks to the dedicated center horn-loaded tweeter, and dynamic scenes, explosions, sweeping sound effects, ambient details, often feel more expansive than you'd expect from a standalone bar. The Flexus Core 300 also offers good connectivity, HDMI 2.1 pass-through, eARC, Wi-Fi/Bluetooth, casting/streaming support, so it works well as a central hub for a modern entertainment setup without needing extra wiring. That said, the Core 300 isn't without trade-offs, and some are more noticeable depending on your expectations or room. Even though it has 4 built-in subwoofers, the lowest bass notes, the kind that rumble in your chest during deep movie bass or sub-heavy music, remain underpowered compared with full-size subwoofers. At high volume some users even report subdriver rattling or distortion, suggesting real room placement and calibration matter a lot. The immersive 5.1.2/Atmos experience also falls short of a true surround rig. Without dedicated rear speakers or ceiling height channels, effects from behind or above can feel more suggested than physical. And while Dirac Live is a powerful tool, its full bandwidth license costs extra, and the built-in light version sometimes leaves the sound a bit subdued or lacking top-end sparkle. Flexus Core 300 is one of the most capable single-bar solutions for cinema-style sound, a strong all-in-one for living rooms. Number 2 Sonos Arc Ultra. The Sonos Arc Ultra is among the most impressive one-box soundbars on the market today, delivering a genuinely cinematic feel that pushes the boundaries of what a soundbar can achieve. With a 9.1.4 channel configuration driven by 14 individually amplified drivers, 7 tweeters, 6 midwoofers, plus a new sound motion woofer, it creates a wide, immersive soundstage with rich height, width, and depth, especially when playing Dolby Atmos content. Its bass, While not quite on par with a full external subwoofer, punches significantly above its size, bass-heavy scenes get meaningful weight, and standard dialogue, music and effects remain clear and detailed. The Sound Motion woofer is a clever piece of audio engineering. By using a dual-cone, force-canceling design, it moves a large volume of air without causing structural vibration, letting Arc Ultra hit deep bass notes while staying neatly integrated into a compact form, ideal for living rooms where space and aesthetics matter. Setup is straightforward. TruePlay room tuning works well on both Android and iOS, and Bluetooth plus Wi-Fi streaming with voice assistant support makes the bar as capable with music and streaming as with movies. That said, and this is important for a fair review, the Arc Ultra isn't a full replacement for a dedicated multi-speaker home theater rig. Without discrete rear and ceiling speakers, some surround and height effects can feel more virtual than physical. While Dolby Atmos layering is convincing in many cases, overhead and behind you cues don't match the pinpoint realism of a true 7.1.4 setup. For deepest, chest-shaking bass, the kind felt in theaters during explosions or sub-heavy music, users often pair the bar with a separate sub, like Sonos Sub 4, for maximum impact. Number 1. Samsung Q990D. The Samsung Q990D is Samsung's flagship 11.1.4 channel soundbar, featuring an impressive 22 individual drivers, including up-firing, side-firing, and wide-angle units, along with a wireless subwoofer and rear speakers to create a truly engulfing surround and height audio experience. It supports both Dolby Atmos and DTS-X, allowing sound to move above and around you for a realistic, multidimensional effect. The soundbar also includes features like SpaceFit Sound Pro, which uses built-in mics to calibrate the sound for your room's acoustics, ensuring bass, mids, and highs are balanced and powerful. For gamers and movie lovers, the inclusion of HDMI 2.1 pass-through lets you enjoy 4K at 120 Hz, and sound modes like Game Pro and Adaptive Sound dynamically optimize the audio for what you're watching. In real-world use, the Q990D delivers strong dynamics and solid immersion. Dialogue is clear and anchored by its dedicated center speaker, while surround and height effects sweep convincingly through the room. The sub brings good weight, though some users note it could be tighter or more controlled depending on placement and calibration. Connectivity is flexible. You get dual HDMI inputs, optical, Wi-Fi, AirPlay 2, Spotify etc., Bluetooth, and compatibility with Samsung's Q Symphony, which allows supported Samsung TVs to join in for even richer sound. That said, some users report mixed experiences with music playback, especially stereo tracks mixed from non-Atmos sources, and a few have raised concerns about firmware stability or subwoofer calibration. Overall, for someone seeking top-tier Atmos performance from a soundbar without running a full receiver and speaker system, the Q990D remains one of the most compelling all-in-one solutions available. The Samsung Q990D continues to impress in everyday use with its ability to create a full cinematic experience without a traditional receiver and speaker setup. Its combination of up-firing, side-firing, and rear speakers produces a spacious, enveloping soundstage where audio moves naturally around and above you, making action sequences, musical scores, and ambient effects feel lifelike. The subwoofer delivers deep, room-filling bass that adds weight to explosions and low-frequency effects without overpowering dialogue, while the dedicated center channel ensures speech is crisp and intelligible in every scene. With adaptive sound modes, the system intelligently optimizes audio for different content types, enhancing gaming, movies, and music playback. And that wraps up today's journey through the world of tech wonders on high-tech. If you enjoyed this video and discovered some must-have gadgets, give it a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. You won't want to miss our daily dive into the latest and greatest in technology.